Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Game On, brought to you by Homer 9 & Sons. I'm Andrew Chiappazzi, and today we're at Riverside, where the girls basketball team is preparing for its first round matchup against Seton LaSalle in the WPIAL girls basketball Class 3A playoffs. They won't play until Wednesday, but we'll talk to senior point guard Sydney Wolf right now. Sydney, what's it like? This is the fourth year in a row, so all 4 years that you've been here, you're in the playoffs. Does that set some high expectations for this team?
It's definitely exciting because there's nothing like playoff games. The atmosphere is just so much different than any other games, and it's going to be fun to see how the freshmen do that, because my freshman year I remember going into my first playoff game and it was just so different, and then like you get used to it, and here my fourth year I'm super excited to go out and play.
Have you had any advice for the freshmen who haven't had this experience yet, and what sort of sticks out from your freshman year that you had to realize and had to go through for the first time?
We just keep reminding them that we've played 22 games around, so it's not like they're freshmen anymore. It's almost like they're sophomores. We say that all the time at practice, like, you guys are sophomores and the juniors are now seniors, just because we've had a whole year of experience. So, but we also tell them how fun the atmosphere is and not to get nervous, because it's just like any other game. Just go out and have fun. Well,
you do have a little bit of time until you play Seton LaSalle. What's sort of the goal over this next week or so? What's sort of the focus in practice? And I'm sure you'll get a scrimmage or two in there as well.
Yeah, we actually scrimmaged Ambridge yesterday, which was good for us because they're super good. But we're just focusing on all the little things that we have to touch up, looking back at our last few games, what we can get better at, what we need to improve, and of course focusing on preparing for Seton LaSalle. Just what they do best, what we need to do better against them, and matchups and stuff like that.
What's your early impression of Seton LaSalle? I'm sure you've had a chance to take a look at them already.
Yeah, we've got to look at them a little bit. They definitely are good. We'll have to play super well if we want to beat them, but just like any playoff team, they're in the playoffs, which is super impressive. So
this has been kind of an up and down season for this team. You had a really good start, then January wasn't the greatest, and you've been fairly good here in February, won 4 of your last 6. What's sort of been the key to doing things well, and what's sort of been the thing that's held you back a little bit?
We definitely, so this may sound weird, but we play games where we'll have great stretches, like 2 to 3 minutes, then we'll have some bad stretches, like 40 seconds, but like throughout the game we'll do that on separate occasions, and that's important not to do in the playoffs. We can't just stop playing for a certain amount of time. And for us, game by game, we just prepare for it differently. So some games we just didn't match up well against teams, but we did, like you said, have a rough few games. But the important part of that was just coming back, practicing hard after those losses, just to get better for the next game.
Well, Sydney Wolf and the Riverside Panthers take on Seton LaSalle next Wednesday in the first round of the playoffs. Sydney, thank you so much for your time. For more coverage, stay tuned to timesonline.com.